Jammu Links News Top Stories is brought to you by Tasya Herbals alcohol-based hand sanitizer with neem and aloe vera extracts, helping India fight COVID-19. The death toll due to COVID-19 has risen to 112 in the Union Territory of J&K, with 8 more persons succumbing due to the virus since Wednesday evening. With these deaths, 76 people have lost their lives due to the infection in 28 days and 96 people in 44 days in J&K, where the COVID-19 positive cases have surpassed 7,500 mark. Pakistani troops resorted to firing in various forward areas in twin sectors Kirni and Shahpur of Poonch district along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district on Thursday, prompting the Indian Army to give a befitting reply. The Inspector General of Police Kashmir, along with police officers and security forces, on Thursday paid floral tributes to a CRPF Jawan who lost his life in the terror attack in Sopur. Wreaths were laid to honor the brave heart. Congress continued its opposition to the unprecedented price hike of petrol and diesel by holding series of protests for the 4th consecutive day today in various parts of Jammu and Kashmir, like other parts of the country. Led by former Minister and Pradesh Congress Committee Vice President Raman Bhalla, scores of party activists and leaders, the protest was organized as a part of a nationwide call given by the Congress to express the anger of the people against the rising prices of essential commodity. Warning that they will start an agitation to press for their demands, J&K ITI Employees United Front Jammu today held a protest demonstration demanding immediate regularization of their services. Protesters said that if their services are not regularized in a time-bound manner, they will be forced to hold massive protests on road. Seeking a regularization of the Safai Karamcharis and highlighting other demands, Civic Safai Karamchari Union on Thursday held a strong protest demonstration in front of the office of Jammu Municipal Corporation. They were protesting against the new recruitment system as per the Service Selection Board and also demanded that all the daily wages Safai Karamcharis should be regularized based implementation of Minimum Wages Act in the J&K UT. Independent and Congress corporators on Thursday demanded implementation of 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts in the state. They further said that 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1993 provides constitutional status to Panchayati Raj institution, while 74th Constitutional Act 1993 provides constitutional status to municipalities. Questioning the J&K administration over adopting 2 different yardsticks with respect to eviction of ex-ministers and MLAs from government accommodation while lambasting the government, Harshdev Singh, Chairman JKNPP and former minister, described the continued stay of BJP leaders in government houses and ministerial bungalows as reflective of BJP's duplicitous and treacherous conduct. Zulfikar Hassan, ADG Central Reserve Police Force, on Thursday said that the allegations that the CRPF took out the civilian from the car and shot him in untrue and retaliated that he got caught in the firing by terrorists. The ADG further said that there is no question of the involvement of the CRPF in the incident. A controversy erupted over Sopur encounter in Jammu and Kashmir after a family member alleged that his relative was killed in firing by the security forces.
Caught in the firing by the militants, and he was killed by the bullet of the militants. It was an extremely unfortunate incident, which I think some people have tried to give it a spin by saying that the CRPF took him out of the vehicle and shot him. This is totally untrue. I would say with full responsibility, after visiting the place, after talking to everyone, after examining a lot of technical details and including cameras.
In order to provide relief to taxpayers, the Income Tax Department on Thursday announced that the deadlines for making tax-saving payments or investments for 2019-20 have been extended till July 31st in wake of COVID-19 pandemic. The date for linking Aadhaar with PAN has also been extended to March 31st, 2021. An earthquake measuring 3.6 on the Richter scale struck near Katra in Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday afternoon. The earthquake hit 86 km east of Katra according to the National Centre for Seismology. There was no immediate report of loss of life or property in the earthquake. Earlier today, an earthquake of magnitude 4.5 on the Richter scale struck Kargil in Ladakh at 1:11 p.m. India's COVID-19 tally zoomed past 6 lakh on Thursday with a single-day increase of 19,148 cases just 5 days after it crossed the 5 lakh mark, while the death toll rose to 17,834. It took 110 days for the coronavirus infection in the country to reach 1 lakh, while just 44 days more to go past the 6 lakh mark. The country's COVID-19 caseload increased to 6,04,641 on Thursday, while 434 persons have succumbed to the disease in the last 24 hours. As students and parents have taken to Twitter demanding the cancellation of the JEE exam and NEET exam scheduled for July, HRD Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal said that NTA has been asked to submit their recommendations by tomorrow on the matter. The HRD Minister said on Twitter on Thursday that a commission comprising NTA and other experts have been asked to review the situation and submit their recommendations latest by tomorrow. Union IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has called the ban on 59 Chinese apps a digital strike by India on China. Speaking at a virtual BJP rally in Bengal, the minister said the apps were banned to protect data of Indians. Ravi Shankar Prasad has said, for security and sovereignty of India, for countrymen's digital security and privacy, we have banned 59 apps including TikTok. India knows how to look in the eyes of those eyeing our border, and to protect countrymen, India can even do a digital strike. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's visit to Leh has been rescheduled. The Defence Minister was scheduled to visit Leh on Friday to review the security situation in eastern Ladakh in view of the Chinese aggression along the line of actual control. In his visit, Singh was expected to hold high-level meeting with senior military leadership.